Hello. It's good to see you back again today. Appreciate you being with me as I spend a couple minutes just talking about some things of interest to me and hopefully of interest to you. Though you may not suspect it because of my background, I am a follower of most things in the realm of science fiction. I love books, movies, many of the television programs. In fact, we named our first son Kirk from the original Star Trek program, which, yes, we were around when that was originally broadcast. Not long ago, though, there was a program that came out on television called The Mandalorian. And I won't try to explain the show and what was going on in it, but one of the things that struck me about the Mandalorian people was that they have their own moral code for life. And it's called simply the way. Whenever their spiritual leaders state some kind of a fact, they say, he says, this is the way, or she says, this is the way. And the followers repeat, this is the way. Okay, now here's the question for you. Do you have a way, a direction, something that tells you who you are and what your purpose is? Now, I know that some of you didn't click this channel to hear my religious views or beliefs, and that's okay. But ask yourself, are you wandering aimlessly through life? Do you have anything that motivates you? Do you have something that gives you reason to get up every day and to keep going? One of my wife and I's favorite movies is we like to watch is called Sleepless in Seattle with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. The movie is about a man who lost his wife to cancer, and he has a young son, and he's struggling to come to grips with the loss of the wife and yet raise that young son in a good way. And at one point in the movie, he's asked the question, what do you plan to do? How are you going to move on? And his reply was something like this: I'm going to just keep getting up each day, continuing to remember to breathe until I get to the point where I don't have to think about it anymore. So again, what's your motivation? What will cause you to get up out of bed every day, to keep living your life? What's the worst thing that can happen or has happened to you? I was reading in my Bible the other day in John the 14th chapter, and Jesus is trying to encourage his followers. And he told them, I am the way, the truth, and the life, in verse 6. Now, I wonder if it's just a coincidence that when Paul was, or the man that was originally Saul, was trying to destroy the followers of Jesus, recorded in Acts chapter 9, he pursued a group known simply as the Way. In Acts 18 and verse 25, Apollos is instructed in the way of the Lord. Now, here's the challenge, I guess, that I'm looking at. Here's the thing. Perhaps it's what I'm trying, at least I know it's what I'm trying to give you today, that challenge. Of being able to identify with a popular science fiction character is neat, right? But being able to identify with the teaching of Jesus that is not fiction, that is real, is a lot better. I like a lot more than a television program to model my life after, don't you? In the book of John, chapter 14, verses 1 through 5, Jesus tells his followers and us, do not let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Trust in me also. There are many rooms in my Father's house. If it were not true, I would have told you. And I'm going to prepare a place for you. And if I go to do that, I will come back and I will take you to be with me. And then you will also be where I am. You know the way to the place I am going. Now, when you read passages like that, I enjoy being able to say, this is the way. And hear in my mind the resounding response of the followers that have gone before me saying, this is the way. Now, how about you? What are you following? What is your way? What is your direction? What is that gets you up out of bed every day and gets you going and excited about life and meeting other people? Or do you have something like that in your life? Maybe you need to look into the true, the one and only way. As Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Now, thanks for giving me a few minutes today and listening to my thoughts. If you liked what you heard, hit the like button, the subscribe button, maybe share it with some friends. I'd appreciate that so much. God bless. Have a great day.